Welcome to the Grand Archive's most exhilarating event, Pantheon. For generations, champions from the Grand Archive have fought for the gods' favor in this arena. With boons from gods, each champion fights not only for their own victory, but for the glory of their benevolent patron. You'll be surprised to see how much a boon can completely change a champion's fighting style. I don't doubt many of these fighters will gain new fans, and even rivals as they compete. As the rules for Pantheon are quite different, don't forget to double-check the Pantheon-specific ban list before entering the fray. Worry not, they have also supplemented champions with unique skills and treasures for use only in this arena as well. So rest assured that your favorite hero will still shine brightly upon the field of battle. Let's walk through a typical match. Pantheon is a multiplayer format consisting of 3 to 4 players, where the last player standing is the victor. Just the same as a normal game of Grand Archive, main decks consist of a minimum of 60 cards and a maximum of 12 in the material deck. However, in Pantheon, you cannot have more than one copy of each card in the main deck. Players will also start with one lesser boon and one greater boon card face down in their Pantheon zone. With the battlefield properly set up, we're ready to start the battle. All players will place their level 0 spirits onto the field at the same time. Then, each on-enter effect is resolved in turn order. This will be clockwise around the board. A free-for-all fight might be too much for some of our less athletically inclined champions, so the gods have also granted their wards with a barrier token that absorbs the first 6 damage to them and their allies each game. All players also skip their first wake-up, materialize, and recollection phases, but everyone gets to draw, including the first player. However, players cannot declare attacks on their first turn unless they are the last player in the turn cycle. Champions will need to utilize both wits and brawn to remain the last hero standing. Do not underestimate the weight of a god's gift. A well-bestowed boon could tip the scales in a champion's favor in the blink of an eye. Not only will some boons have a reserve cost, but a god may require a champion to be of a certain level or to use specific abilities in order to bestow their boon. Some boons can even be bestowed at fast speed, so champions will need to strategically think of when to use them to maximize their effects. Given that it is the power of a god, once a bestowment enters the effect stack, players cannot have opportunity or perform game actions in response to it. Once bestowed, the boon will be represented by its card face up in its owner's Pantheon zone. Even if a god bestows their boon, it may apply too slowly or quickly for the champion to make good use of it. For this reason, it is important for there to be a good synergy between patron gods and their chosen champions. Pantheon is an exciting challenge for champions of all levels of experience. Win or lose, you might find that trying an unusual or comedic strategy might even impress some of the gods. Learn more about Pantheon and the Grand Archive at pantheon.gatcg.com.